Today we're flying over to Vaughan Ranch, which is just north of Gig Harbor. It's a really fun strip to get our oil changed. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you just change your oil yourself? Well, here's a confession that I have. After 10,000 hours of flying, tons of different types of airplanes, flying in the airlines, I've actually never done an oil change myself. And so I'm gonna go meet my mechanic and we're gonna do an oil change together. So we're gonna do the oil and the oil filter. Now Part 43 says you can change your own oil as an aircraft owner. Because I've always rented from flight schools or from somebody else, I've never actually done it myself, and I thought, what a better way to do it with my own mechanic, see how to do it right, and also maybe learn some things along the way. That's what I love doing in aviation, learning every day and improving how we do things. So let's jump in and we'll check it out. Just landed here at Vaughan Ranch, just north of Tacoma Narrows, just north of Gig Harbor. Super fun approach. You have to really kind of come in tight to the trees, and then it's a nice 1,800-foot grass strip. One way in to the north, one way out to the south, because you have huge trees at the end of the runway. So if you try to take off north, good luck, you're not gonna make it out of here. So we're gonna pop the engine cowl off the airplane. We're gonna drain out all the oil that's in the engine. We're gonna pop the oil filter off. We're gonna crack it open, and we're gonna look in the oil filter for any metal shavings or things that are getting trapped in the oil filter as part of the oil change. And then we're gonna pump 12 quarts of oil back into the engine and then let the engine run for a little while and get that oil lubricating, make sure it's staying in, check the oil again, and then we're done. And your mechanic is gonna make a logbook entry and write the takt time on your oil filter and make an entry into your book, and we're gonna be done. So yeah, we're here at Vaughan Ranch with Tim, and we just did the oil change on the plane. And Tim, how often do we gotta do oil changes?
Oil changes are recommended every quarter or every 3 months. This is done by the manufacturer. Some of the main reasons is we run a sulfur-based fuel and we get byproduct of moisture, and it builds sulfuric acid in your engine, which then can cause damage and metal contamination of your engine. So that's the reason why we want to change oil every 3 months. We have an acid inhibitor in oil that lasts upwards of 90 days, maybe. Otherwise, cheap change oil. The alternative is a little expensive.
Yeah, because you have to replace your motor. So even if you're not flying very often, the plane sits a lot, it does not mean that you shouldn't be changing your oil.
Confirm.
Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. As I was talking to you earlier, like I say, it makes sulfuric acid. If you don't want to change your oil, let me just go get you a bottle of sulfuric acid. We'll just dump in your engine. It's the same thing. Yeah. Enjoy it.
So bottom line, work with a mechanic that knows what they're doing and changes your oil every 3 to 4 months, every 90 days.
If you want to push it 4 months, you're pushing it
3
months. You asked for the correct answer.
Correct. And maybe the upper limit on the hours is probably 50 hours?
Yes, that's the upwards.
Upper. So if you're flying your plane, not flying your plane, you got to change your oil regardless.
If you're a 135 guy that's flying 50 hours a month doing that, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's going to work fine. Otherwise, change it earlier.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Well, thanks for the oil, Tim. Thanks for the oil change today, Tim. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I appreciate your help.
Take care.
All right, yep. So we have everything buttoned back up. Time to get out of Vaughan Ranch and fly her home.